Keeping up with the motto of the school, let learning be a joy and teaching a pleasure, here we are with a remote learning and teaching process to bridge the gap. Happy learning, dear students. Good morning, students. In the previous PPT, we had learned about the human settlement of Brazil and India. Today, we are going to continue the same lesson by studying the urbanization of Brazil and India. Now, first, let us try to understand the meaning of urbanization. Urbanization is an increase in the number of people living in towns and cities. Urbanization occurs mainly because people move from rural areas to urban areas, and it results in growth in the size of the urban population and the extent of urban areas. There are certain causes of urbanization, that is industrial revolution, industrialization following the industrial revolution, emergence of large manufacturing centers, job opportunities, availability of easy transportation and migration. So these are the causes of urbanization. How is the level of urbanization measured? The level of urbanization is measured in terms of percentage of urban population to total population. Now here there is a graph given showing us the trend of urbanization in India. This graph is from 1961 to 2011. Now let us read the graph and answer the following question. The first question is, what was the percentage of urbanization in 1961? Here, after looking at the graph, we can find that in 1961, the percentage of urbanization was 18. In which decade was urbanization the highest? Urbanization was the highest in the decade 2001 to 2011. In which decade was the urbanization lowest? The growth of urbanization was lowest in the decade 1961 to 1971. Here we can find that within a period of 10 years, there was an increase of only 0.2%, which is very low. What inference can you draw regarding India's urbanization after reading a graph? After reading the graph, we can draw an inference that urbanization in India is continuously rising. The graph which we have seen indicates that there is a growth of urbanization, but this growth of urbanization is very slow. The level of urbanization in India in 1961 was 18%. In 1971, it was 18.2%. That means within a period of 10 years, there was a rise of only 0.2%. In 2011, it was 31.16%. So, the growth or rise in urbanization compared to the other developed countries is very less in our country. Now we will study about the urbanization in India. In India, urbanization has been more in the southern part than in the northern part of India. You will find the state of Goa. It is the urbanized state with about 62% population living in urban areas. Next is Delhi. Delhi is having more than 80% of population living in urban areas. In India, the states of Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Gujarat and Kerala, you will find the urbanization is more. But the states like Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Uttarakhand, Bihar, Rajasthan are some of the states which has got low level of urbanization. Now these states which are in the northern part where most of the facilities are not provided, therefore the population is low and the development has not taken much over here. Now let us look at the table and answer the following questions. This table is showing you the Brazil's percentage of urban population from 1960 to 2010. Now the first question is, what is the interval of data? The interval of data is 10 years. In which period did urbanization occur rapidly? Urbanization occurred rapidly in the decade 1960 to 1970. There was an increase of about 9.7%. Write 5 sentences analyzing the graph. The graph indicates that in Brazil, urbanization has increased from 1960 to 2010. During 1960 to 1970, the urbanization increased by 9.7%. During 2000 to 2010, the urbanization increased with lower speed, that is by 3.1%. Though urbanization has increased from 1960 to 2010, it has increased by diminishing rate. In the coming few years, almost all population of Brazil will be urbanized population. We learn about urbanization of Brazil. Brazil is a country which is located in the continent of South America, and this country is the 5th largest country in area wise. Brazil is also a developing country, and this country is highly urbanized country. You'll find that the urban growth process over here is unique and one of the underlying factors which is contributing to its present day rapid economic growth. Today you'll find that in Brazil about 86% of population lives in urban areas. In Brazil, rapid urbanization is taking place in south and southeast, with Sao Paulo, which is a major metropolitan and industrial area. Now in southeastern coastal region, the region is urban region, as we have already seen that the facilities which are available over here makes the people to reside in this region. We can find that in Brazil, the urbanization has occurred in the coastal states than the states which are in the interior of the country. Now states like Sao Paulo, Goiás, Minas Gerais have more urban population than the states in the northern part. Now again we know that the population is very less in Amazon basin and also in the Brazilian highland. The urbanization is also very less in this region. Now looking at all this, when government is finding that the population is getting concentrated only at few places and the other places have very less population, the government is trying to adopt a policy which is called as Go West policy. Now here the main aim of the government is to reduce the pressure on few areas where population is concentrated and will reduce the regional imbalance of the country. And that is why this policy is being adopted. This is a map of Brazil showing us the urban population of Brazil, that is the percentage of urban population of Brazil. Now let us study this map and answer the following question. The first question is, which state or region is most urbanized? Now after looking at the map, we can find that urbanization has occurred more in the coastal states of Brazil. Now the states like Sao Paulo, Goiás, Minas Gerais have more urbanization. Which state is least urbanized? Now the states in the interior or the northern part has got less urbanization. States like Para, Maranhão and Piauí. These states have got less urbanization. Which factors have affected urbanization in Brazil? Factors which has affected urbanization in Brazil are mild and humid climate of south and southeastern part of Brazil. Then you'll find that availability of water and network of transportation facilities. Where water is available and transportation facilities are available, there you'll find the population to be high. And deposits of minerals and supply of energy resources and fertile land. That is, the places which has got a very good supply of mineral resources and energy resources, as well as which has got a fertile land, here also you'll find the population to be very high. So children, we have completed the lesson by learning urbanization of India and Brazil. I hope you have understood the lesson. Now today's assignment for you is, I have given you over here a choropleth map showing you the urban population of India. Now in your textbook on page 48, there is a table given to you related to choropleth map, and this map is related to that table. Now you are going to take two political maps of India and practice the choropleth map showing urban population by using the table and the map. And the next assignment for you is, draw a line graph and a bar graph with the help of the following table given. You will draw this graph on the graph paper only. Thank you.